Hi everyone, this is Gabrielle from Rock and Soul Fitness, and we're going to go through a brief 15-minute bar flow workout for you today. So whenever you're ready, we're going to go ahead, start on our mats in our child's pose. So go ahead, bring those big toes together, knees to the corners of the mat, and then just go ahead and slowly lower the upper body to the mat, reaching the fingertips long, and just go ahead, relax your forehead on the mat. Stay right here. And just go ahead and start by bringing awareness to your breath. So just feeling that inhale, moving in the body, and then exhale, let go any worries, outside distractions, and just keep that pattern of noticing the inhale coming through the body, flowing through, and then that exhale flowing out. Not changing anything, just observing here our breath. And just getting connected with our body, how it's feeling. So sending our breath to any areas of discomfort or tension. And then just offering this time to place some point of focus for our time together. So something you hope to accomplish, whether that's creating space, focusing on your balance, anything like that. Just breathe in that intention on your next inhale, and then exhale any outside distractions again. One more breath at your own pace. And then exhale, release. On your next breath, go ahead, take your hands and walk them over to the left corner of your mat, just feeling that stretch from the right shoulder all the way down the side body. And then exhale, go ahead, switch. Hands walk over to the opposite corner of the mat. Feeling this down the left shoulder blade and down the side of the body throughout the rib cages. And go ahead, bring the hands back to center. And we're gonna go ahead and begin that Ujjayi breath. So that deep inhale and exhale through the nose and out through the nose and mouth. You feel that soft vibration in the back of the throat, almost like the ocean, as we pair our breath to our movement throughout this practice. When you're ready, go ahead, come onto all fours in our reverse table. Our wrists are directly under our shoulders, nice flat back. On our inhale, go ahead, shift the eye gaze toward the ceiling, drawing the belly button towards the mat and our cow. And exhale as you curl the chin toward the chest, arching the back in our cat. Again, inhale, shift the eye gaze forward, belly drops low. Exhale, cat, arch the back. Go ahead, begin taking these cat cows at your own breath pace. Never any rush, just moving to that flow of your breath, honing in to the way our body is feeling today. Just go ahead, taking 2 more in each direction at your own pace. And then we'll go ahead and meet in a nice flat back at center, reverse table. Once you finish those last 2, go ahead and make our way onto all fours, reverse table. When you're ready, curl the toes under. We're gonna lift the hips up and back, slide the fingers a little bit forward on our mat, coming into the first downward dog of the day. So go ahead, take this time to walk out your dog. If you'd like to rotate, driving each knee as a bend as we rotate each heel a little closer to the mat, maybe shaking your head, yes, nodding it no, relieving any tension in the neck. But let's focus on our first bit of form in this downward dog here. So imagine 2 fists between the feet, so they're hip distance apart. Eye gaze are right between the 2 big toes. Our arms are reaching towards the front of our mat. Activating the arms, they externally rotate, driving that chest towards our knees. And just breathe into it. Wake up the back of the legs here. focus on that ujjayi breath. Pressing the fingertips firmly into our mat. Holding here for one more breath at your own pace. And then when you exhale completely, go ahead, shift the eye gaze forward, bend the knees. Let's walk the feet to the front of our mat towards our hands, coming into our first forward fold. So go ahead right here, toe heel your feet so they're wider than hip distance apart. If you'd like to grab onto opposite elbow, go ahead, shake your head yes, nodded no. If you'd like to gently sway side to side, just feel that blood flowing towards your head. Relieve any tension down the back of the legs here, and just let it hang heavy. Staying here for just 2 more breaths at your own pace. And then when you're ready, slowly exhale the hands back toward the mat, toe heel the feet into hip distance apart, forward fold. On our inhale, we slowly roll up. So head is last to lift, reverse swan dive, arms reach toward the ceiling. Deep breath in, and then exhale, lower the hands to heart center. Again, thinking of that intention you set for yourself, we're gonna begin our sun A salutation. So when you're ready, deep breath in, reach the arms toward the ceiling. Exhale, bow forward, forward fold. Inhale, heart shines forward, bringing those palms towards our knees, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, reach for the mat, forward fold. Go ahead, step the feet back into our plank. Exhale as you slowly lower, either all the way to the mat or to a hover, and then curl the toes under, lift the chest up, coming into our up dog or cobra if you plant those knees. And then exhale, curl the toes under, push the hips up and back, coming back into that downward dog. So it's all about just fully going through these movements to the pace of our breath. Finding that flow, then that rhythm within. Holding here for 2 more breaths at your own pace. And then when you exhale completely, eye gaze shifts forward, bend the knees, step or float, feet to the front of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway in our halfway lift, and then exhale, reach for the mat, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, reach those hands toward the ceiling, fill them with intention, and exhale, fold, forward fold again. Inhale, lengthen halfway in our monkey pose. Exhale, reach for the mat. Step or float back into plank. Slowly lower as you exhale your belly towards the mat or a hover. And then inhale, cobra or up dog. Lift that chest. Exhale, push the hips up and back, downward dog. Holding here for 1 breath at your own pace. And then one more time together. Eye gaze just forward, bend the knees, step or float, feet to the front of the mat. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Eye gaze just forward. Exhale, reach for the mat, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, head is last to lift, reach the arms toward the ceiling, and exhale, flow right back again, forward fold, reach for the mat. Inhale, lengthen halfway, crown of the head forward, exhale, forward fold, step or float back into plank, exhaling as you lower all the way to the mat or to a hover, and then inhale, up dog or cobra. Toes curl under, hips lift up and back into that downward dog. So just holding here for a few breaths. So pressing the mat and floor away from your body in that downward dog. Can you bring the chest even closer to the knees as you lift through the pelvis? Holding here for 1 last breath. And exhale completely. Eye gaze forward, step, float, or hop, feet to the front of the mat. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. On this next breath in, go ahead, lift the chest up, sink the hips and glutes down and back, coming into our chair. We're switching back into some bars. So start by holding here, reach down for imaginary weights. You don't need any to do this, but if you have some around, you want to use them, that's great. Lift to the upper back, so it's a nice athletic position. Start by lifting the elbows toward the ceiling. We lift and lower. Right in our bent over rows. So we're squeezing those shoulder blades together, keeping that core actively engaged, bend in the knees, weight in our heels. Lift and lift. So engaging that upper back right here. 4, 3, 2. Let's hold this next one at the top. Kick it back. So it's back and in, back and in, going right into our tricep kickbacks. So small movement, engaging the back of the upper part of our arms. For 4, 3, 2, hold this next one back, pulse it up, lift, lower. 1 inch movement toward the ceiling with these pulses. Engage those triceps. For 4, 3, 2, back to full range here. In, extend. So again, keeping that rest of the body nice and still and engaged. Nice tight core. Go for 4, 3, 2. Hold this next one back. This time pulse it in, out, in, out. So moving those hands right between the inside line of the body and out an inch towards the side. Go for 4, 3, 2, back to full range, in, extend. Where we get to slow that pace down in 3, 2, and 1. Take it slow. So it's out, 2, in, 2, out, 2, in, 2. So again, inhaling as you move away. Exhale brings your hands back to the start right here. Inhale and exhale. Last one slow, single count, out and in. We just have one more change in our triceps in this position. So we saw those 2 different forms of our pulses up toward the ceiling and our pulses in behind our back. We're going to put those 2 together for the last change here. And 4, 3, 2, hold this next one back, up and in, up and in. So 1 pulse toward the ceiling, 1 pulse behind the back. Put these 2 together. You got this. Just 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, release. Go ahead. Let the head hang for a second. You can walk the hands toward your left foot. Then go towards the other side. Just take a deep breath. And then let's come right back up into a standing position. So go ahead, bend the knees. Feet are hip distance apart, just that slight bend. Making sure that core is nice and tight. Hands come straight out into the side like a T position. Start by going to 1 inch arm circles. So now we're engaging our shoulders. So just drawing, again, just an inch in our movement of our circle, clockwise direction. Go for 4, 3, 2, go ahead, reverse. Same thing, other direction. Just circle and circle. Again, making sure that breath stays moving. Engaging the arms here. Again for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold. It's down and up, down and up. So now we're just coming up, bringing the hands toward the side of our body, then pushing them straight up in that capital T position like we started with our arm circles. Nice straight line. Inhale as you lift, exhale down. Inhale and exhale. Let's just go for 4, 3, 2, hold the next one at the top, palms face up, pulse it up, lift, lower. So 1 inch closer to the ceiling, small movement of control and of strength, just 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's bend the elbows toward the sides, going into some little bicep extensions. So we extend and bend, extend and bend. So just bringing those elbows toward the inside of our body, nice and close, then extending straight out in front of us. Sort of a W V-shape position the arms are making. Looking good, nice and strong, keep it up. Just go for 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, bring the arms right back out. Bend the elbows up toward the ceiling. Lift and lift. So palms face the face. Just moving our elbows up and down. Still engaging those shoulders. So the inside position of a rotator raise. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go out and in. Out and in. So now we're in that rotator raise here. Elbows come in and out. Inhale and exhale. Let's go for 4, 3, 2. Hold this next one out. Press it up. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. So we're right into these shoulder presses, making sure our hands or our weights, whatever we're using, are in our peripheral vision. Lifting toward the ceiling, bringing them back down in that goal pose position, 90-degree angles. Lift and lift. For 4, 3, 2, back to rotator raises. Here we go. In and out. So we're going to add some pulse changes soon. Last 3, 2, 1. Hold it out. Here we go. It's in, out, out, out. In, out, out, out. So we're going through between our rotator raise position and that start of the shoulder press, adding little pulses along the way. In, out, out, out. Almost there. Last one. And go ahead, release. Deep breath in, reach for the ceiling. And exhale, let's lower on to our glutes for our last bit of arms of the day. So we're gonna go ahead, fingers face the front of the mat. Let's lift the glutes off the mat, bend the elbows. It's down and up, right into our tricep dips. Down and up. Option to stay here if you'd like a little challenge. Extend those feet out, coming into our reverse plank. So it's all about creating that bend with the elbows, imaginary shelf. Just lowering the glutes to a hover, almost there. Just for 4, 3, 2. Let's hold this next one in a hover low. Pulse it out. 1 inch up and down. All it takes is our last change in our arms of this flow. Just 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, release. Beautiful job. Take a deep breath in, reach the arms toward the ceiling, and exhale, release. Let's come right back into that chair position like we started these arms. So keeping our feet narrow, so it's kind of like a narrow squat. If you'd like to have the toes touching, you can, or a little space between the heels, that's an option. We're gonna start to do a little bit of legs. So option to keep the arms lifted. You can go into prayer arms, whatever you'd like. We're gonna start by going down and up, down and up. So again, in our chair position, engaging our legs, so really working those quads here, keeping the weight in our heels, chest is lifted. Inhale as we lower, exhale brings us back to lifted. Keep that core engaged. Let's go for 4, 3, 2. Hold this next one low. Just hold and check that forward peak down at those toes. Make sure the knees aren't extending over them. If so, sink the glutes a little lower. Chest is lifted. And hold for 3, 2, 1. Down and up. Back to that motion. Down and up. Another change is coming in 4, 3, 2. Hold this next one at the bottom, pulse it up an inch and down an inch. So again, keep that weight in our heels, chest lifted, core engaged. 4, 3, 2, back to full range, down and up. Single count. Inhale and exhale, you got this. This is level changing move, getting that heart rate up a little more here. A few more changes in our chair. Let's go for 4, 3, 2. Once again, let's hold it low and holding. Option here, coming onto the balls of our feet, lifting our heels off the mat. Gauge those calves, pulse it out, up and down, little inch, up, up. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Come back up for a second, catch that breath. Go right back down. This is our last change in our chair. So holding low, we're to go to the right and right, left and left. So it's right and right, left and left. So adding that distance across our mat or the floor, whatever we're using. 2 steps for each foot, each way, right and right, left and left. Can you sink even lower here? Few more. One more time, down and back. And exhale, release. Go ahead and reach for the mat. Forward fold. That is our done with our little bar segment there. We're going to go right back into a little flow. So exhale, release towards the mat. If we're going to go ahead here quickly, shuffle those palms right under our feet, coming into our gorilla. So play around how you'd like to engage the back of the legs here. Catch that breath. Great job. With our bar segment, go back through a little flow right here. So when you're ready, release the hands to the front of the mat. We're going to go ahead, slowly roll up so head is last to lift, reaching the arms forward to the sky. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, heart shines forward. Exhale, reach for the mat, forward fold. Step or float back into our plank, flat back. Go ahead, slowly exhale to a hover all the way to the mat. Inhale, chest comes forward, cobra or up dog, and then curl the toes under. Lift the hips up and back. Downward dog. Once we're here, we're going to start by taking our right foot, lifting it towards the ceiling, coming into our 3-legged dog. So finding the balance on these 3 limbs of our body, making sure that we're still keeping that weight squared and even. Go ahead, take a deep breath in, and then exhale. Let's bend that knee, shift the weight forward, eyes come forward, knee under our core, and then inhale, extend back up toward the ceiling, 3-legged dog. One more time, bend that knee forward into a version of our plank, and go ahead, plant that right foot through the hands, drop that back knee, coming into our low lunge. So keeping our chest lifted, go ahead, bring that left hand in toward our right foot. We're reaching the right fingertips toward the ceiling, finding our twist in our low lunge. One more breath right here. And release. We're going to go ahead, plant that back foot at a 45-degree angle, lifting the upper body to the front of our room, coming into our warrior 1. So I'm going to turn just to show you how it looks from the front. So keeping that front knee bent, hip square to the front, reaching the chest, holding here for one more breath. And then exhale, open up. So our back foot is parallel to the back of our mat. Eye gaze over the front fingertips, warrior 2. On our inhale, our front palm flips forward, tilting the upper body back, reverse our peaceful warrior. And then exhale, pause back at center, warrior 2. On this next breath, go ahead, interlace the fingertips, squeeze the shoulder blades together on our inhale, and exhale, rotate the head and chest and upper body forward, trying to bring that right shoulder blade right to the inside toward our right knee, coming into our humble warrior. So just let that head hang heavy. This is the pose of letting go. So if ever holding your thoughts or your mind, let it escape right here. Feel the blood flow toward the head. One last breath right here. And then exhale, release. Go ahead, shift the hip square again to the front of your mat, coming into our crescent lunge as we lift the back heel off of the mat, 2 90-degree angles with the knees. One breath here. And exhale, step the feet forward, coming into our chair that we just saw. We won't stay here long. Exhale, fold front of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, let's lengthen halfway lift. Exhale, reach for the mat, forward fold. Let's go ahead, flow through a vinyasa your way, and let's meet back in our downward dog to go through it on the other side. And once you're there, let's go ahead, sync the breath together. Deep breath in and out. One more time together. Deep breath in, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, release, 2, 3, 4. And then let's go right into the other side. When you're ready, left foot reaches toward the ceiling, 3-legged dog. Inhale here. Exhale, bend that knee forward through, right underneath the core, transferring that weight forward. And inhale, reach, extend back, 3-legged dog. Again, deep breath in, and exhale, bend forward, pause and hold in this hover, and then plant the left foot down, coming into our low lunge as the right knee drops towards the mat. We'll find that twist when we bring our right hand to the inside of our left foot, reaching the left hand toward the ceiling, find that twist. Using that exhale to reach a little further each breath. And then return the hands back to the mat, low lunge. Black foot is gonna plant at a 45-degree angle. Let's lift the chest and upper body into our warrior one. Hips square to the front of the mat. Eye gaze up, strong arms. And then go ahead, open up to the side, coming into warrior two. So making sure that back foot is parallel to the back of the mat. Front palm flips over. Inhale as we tilt the upper body back, peaceful warrior. And then exhale, rotate back to center, warrior two. So keeping that strong 90-degree bend in that front knee. Let's go ahead, interlace those fingertips behind the back. If your foot adjusts more to a warrior one position here, that's fine. Deep breath in. And then on our exhale, let's rotate the left shoulder towards our left knee, letting that head hang heavy in our humble warrior. The pose, once again, of letting go. So don't worry about the distance necessarily, how far you can bend into it. Just worry and focus on the alignment, keeping those knees nice and stable as your base. Breathe into the toes, your roots of the pose, connecting to the mat. Anytime your shirt starts to wander, bring it back to where is your breath and where are we connected to the mat. Last breath right here. And then go ahead, exhale back, coming into that crescent lunge on this side. So just dropping that back heel off the mat, weight in the ball of our foot. And then when you're ready, step the feet to the front of the mat, coming into our chair. And go ahead, exhale, fold to the front of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. And then exhale, fold. We're gonna go ahead and just step back on both of our knees, kind of like we started class. Taking a deep breath in as we lift the head toward the ceiling. And then exhale, go ahead. Bring that chin toward your chest and release. Go ahead, cross the feet back, coming onto our glutes. Just to slow that breath down. Taking a deep breath, reaching the arms toward the ceiling. And then exhale, bring your right hand toward the mat, reaching the left arm across the body, finding that side stretch. And then switch it over to the other side. Opposite hand finds the mat, opposite arm reaches across, keeping both sit bones on the mat. Slowing that breath down and release. Or to go ahead, reach the fingertips toward the ceiling. Deep breath in, and then lower your hands right between your third eye. Thank you for sharing this practice with me today. The light, the truth, the beauty in me honors and sees the light, truth, beauty in all of you. Bow forward as we say, namaste. Thank you so much. My name is Gabrielle from Rock and Soul Fitness, and I hope you enjoyed this workout. Thank you.